call to order the City Council regular meeting of the City of Wyoming, Minnesota, March 4th, 2025. Let the record reflect, we do have a quorum. Member Onstad, Member Schilling, Member Yeager, and Mayor Iverson are present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next on the agenda is open forum. It's an opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items that are or may not be on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff or boards and commissions for research and future council agendas if appropriate. You will be limited to 3 minutes, and we ask that you conduct yourself in a professional, courteous manner and refrain from the use of profanity. Failure to abide by this policy may result in the loss of your privilege to speak. Do we have anybody here tonight for open forum? We have none. We'll move on to number 1 on our agenda, approval of minutes. Number 1, consider approving the minutes of the regular meeting of the Wyoming, Minnesota City Council for February 18th, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve if there are no questions or comments?
So moved.
We have a motion to approve by Member Onstad. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are approved. Number 2, consider approving the minutes of the work session of the Wyoming, Minnesota City Council for February 18th, 2025. If there are no comments or questions, do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
We have a motion to approve by Member Onstad. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Consent agenda number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I would like to pull 10. Anybody else have something they'd like to pull? Seeing none, we need a motion to approve consent agenda 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Member Onstad. Do we have a second by Member Schilling?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Number 10, just a quick question. It's to consider the application for a temporary one-day consumption and display permit for the Wildlife Science Center. Do they, if they're at Split Rocks, is Split Rocks not applying the liquor, or why is there a one-day liquor?
I can speak to that, Mayor.
Oh, okay.
That is just by them. They're just supplying, I think, small amounts of liquor as part of this event. Split Rocks will still have their own, available liquor through their bar and as usual, but they wanted to supply it through whatever they're doing there with the Science Center, so they had to apply if they were going to do so with permission from Split Rocks to do it.
Okay.
Understanding.
Okay, perfect. I just was trying to figure that one out. So I'll make a motion to approve number 10, the application for a temporary one-day consumption and display permit for the Wildlife Center, Science Center. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Acknowledge receipt of reports of officer boards, commissions, and department heads. Number 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Does anybody wish to pull an item for reports? Seeing none, we'll move on to new business. Number 16, to approve an agreement between the City of Wyoming and the Lake Center for Youth and Families for 2025. Presentation by Linda Matson, Community Outreach Coordinator for Lake Center for Youth and Family. So we've already, Ms. Matson and I had a conversation a little bit earlier. I think council is all very aware of the great things that the youth service does. So we kind of, because of the weather, we were thinking of maybe just if there's any questions to go ahead and ask those questions. Otherwise, we can make that motion to approve. Any questions from Ms. Matson?
I don't have any questions.
But I do have a question. Motion will be to approve a $3,500 donation from the police supplemental fund, that number 208 that we've usually been taking it out of? Okay.
Point of clarification, it's not a donation. This is an agreement that we're entering into with Lake Center. And it is an agreement for the services that they provide. It would actually most likely come out of our administrative citation revenue.
Okay, cool.
For this time. Those funds are starting to deplete, and we'll have to look at some point how else we're going to fund this, but it is not a donation.
But it's out of administrative citations this
That would be
year.
the intent, yes.
This year. Okay, that's cool.
There are no other questions?
No question, just a comment,
Yeah.
if I may, that I think it's a great program. The city of Wyoming seems to utilize it, and I'm glad to be part of that.
All right, I'll make the motion to approve an agreement between the City of Wyoming and Lake Center for Youth and Families for 2024. Do we have a second?
So I have a friendly amendment to stipulate that it comes from the Administrative Citation Fund.
Is that agreeable for the budget?
That's Mr. or Chief
That's what
Bauer
he just
is.
said.
Yep.
That's the intent.
Okay.
Okay, all right, so we'll agree to that friendly amendment. Do you want to go with your second after the amendment? was
Yes.
made? Okay,
Yep.
so we have a first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so approved. I do want to make note of the Taste of the Lakes. I can't remember how many years it's been, but I know I was on the very first committee, and it's a lot of fun. It is May 1st at Tannersbrook Golf Course. So if you're hungry and just love a really great time, it's a great event, so.
Oh, cool.
The 19th year, all right. I think I've been to almost all of them, so thank you so much. We appreciate your time here tonight. All right, moving on to number 17, to consider Resolution 250325, a resolution approving an interim conditional use permit to operate a home-based massage business at 26338 Finley Avenue. Applicant Anna, and let's see if I pronounce it correctly after Planning Commission, Oenstrom? There we go. Property ID 21.00306.00. Mr. Weck, are you gonna be
Yes, Mayor.
presenting?
Madam Mayor and Commission members, Anna Van Oostrom is seeking an application for a conditional use permit to do the massage in her home. They recently moved from Cheyenne, Wyoming to Wyoming, Minnesota. She had a successful business there. She would like to open that business back up in her home. Planning Commission is recommending approval of it with the 3 conditions listed in the resolution and the report. She'll comply with all home occupation performance standards. That she'll receive and maintain a city massage therapist license, which they have applied for, and that the ICUP will be valid until either the property is sold or they vacate the premises.
Okay. Mr. Weck, just to be clear, that this is a CUP, the conditional use permit for the home. For the
Yes.
home. It is not the massage license, but it is for
It's for the
CUP.
conditional use permit, yes.
Okay,
They still need to get the license from the city.
Yeah,
but-
okay. All right, questions from council. We'll start with Member Onstad,
No questions.
Member Schilling,
No questions.
Member Yeager.
No questions.
All right, we need a motion to approve Resolution 250325, a resolution approving an interim conditional use permit to operate a home-based massage business. Do we
So-
have a motion?
So moved.
We have a motion by Member Onstad. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. Number 18 on the agenda, to consider a city council work session on March 18th, 2025. Has everybody checked their calendars?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Linwood, do you want to speak about?
Thank you, Mayor, members of council. This is just simply a request for a work session prior to our next regularly scheduled city council meeting at 5:30 as you March 18th. Just discussion on our street CIP funding and the city's assessment policy.
All right, any questions, comments? It's all in everybody's calendars? Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the city council work session on March 18th, 2025 at 5:30. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Member Schilling. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So approved. We'll move on to council reports. Member Onstad.
I attended the work session just prior to this meeting and the Park Advisory Commission yesterday afternoon.
All right, perfect. Thank you. Member Schilling.
I attended the work session prior to this meeting. Thank you to those that showed up and anybody watching. Have a great night.
All right, thank you. Member Yeager.
Oh, I attended the work session prior to this meeting. Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for watching.
All right, I attended the Planning Commission last week, the work session tonight, and also the Chisago Joint Sewer Commission Monday. So with that, thanks everybody for being here, and we need a motion to adjourn.
So
Oh,
moved.
wait, before we do that, sorry. Grant, can you talk about the medallion hunt really quick?
yeah.
Sorry. I
Yeah.
had that on my list.
Certainly, yeah. The medallion hunt kicked off on Monday, March 3rd. It runs concurrent with the Forest Lake Area School District's spring break period. Clue's been going live at 9 a.m. every single day, so today we're on day 2. And whoever finds it first in the city will receive a $100 gift card from Split Rocks, who graciously donated that $100.
Fabulous. I know it's a lot of fun. A teacher had responded to my forward of the clues, and she's like, there's like 9 kids out in my backyard looking. So I thought that was great. So anyways, all right, now we need a motion
So
to
moved.
adjourn. All right, we have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second?
We have a second by Member Onstad. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? We are adjourned.